I'm over here.
How are we doing?
Good, how about you, guys?
Top-ranked team coming into town, like another top 5 team. Does it feel less daunting, just like as a whole team, this task of beating this top 5 opponent? Now that you've done it a couple times, which you've attempted a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if daunting is necessarily the word. I think we all look at it as a great opportunity. It's a chance to play one of the top teams in the country on your home turf. I mean, it doesn't get any better. I mean, we said it before, and I'll say it again. You know, this is what you come here for. These are the games you want to play in. Once again, another night game. Going to be an electric crowd. Going to be a great environment. So I think as a team, we're all looking forward to it, and dialing in the prep and getting ready to play a great game on Saturday.
Coming off the Iowa game, how did you kind of look to approach the bye week, and what have you kind of seen from the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a great chance for us to look inward and just have a chance to slow down a little bit. You get in this rhythm during the season of play and practice, and then you get the day off. It's like you get into that same habitual routine, which is good, but I think it's also good to have a bye week and to break routine and to have a chance to really hone in on some little stuff, be able to sit in a meeting and not have a deadline or a time, something that you got to get to next. A little bit shorter practice, a little heavier reps for some younger guys. I think all around it was a really well utilized bye week, and it'll help us moving into this week and the rest of the season.
Anything you reflected on personally during the bye week?
There's some things that you want to do better, and against the Iowa game was a tough game. I think it was good for us to just kind of get our rhythm back. I think you take a tough loss like that. It's kind of an important thing is just get your confidence back, get your rhythm back. I think that was one thing we did a good job of last week.
Is it ever hard to keep morale where you need it to be when it's kind of a roller coaster of the season and there's the kind of game that happens?
It can be for sure. And I think it affects a lot of teams. This is a new landscape of college football. It's the teams that you're playing week in and week out, and it's not an excuse to lose, but I think in today's college football you have to be able to handle adversity. You have to be able to handle a tough loss. Like, things are going to happen along the season. It's almost inevitable at this point with the conferences and the opponents and the landscape that we're moving towards. And I think that mature teams with good leadership, like we have here, will be able to handle that, bounce back, and play our best ball at the end of the year, which is what we pride ourselves on and what we want to be able to do.
Coach Long was talking yesterday. He was talking about some of the interceptions the last few weeks, talking about kind of decision making against zone in particular. Just as you reflected over the bye, like, what are the things that you can kind of tweak and figure out to eliminate some of those things?
Yeah, it's just decision making. And it's one of those things like quarterback position can drastically affect the game every snap. It's the most turnover prone position in all of football, and you have to take a lot of pride in that. Not that I don't, but you can be playing a great game and still have a very detrimental interception and things like that. So just kind of looking at it and being able to just hone in on each and every play, even when things are going well, continue to have that focus and that rhythm, so that those mistakes don't come up and continue to hurt us.
You come off the bye week with you, Coach Long. Did you guys have any other talks? Looking to make a change in the offense, or looking to kind of evaluate a little bit as you get a little more time before this game?
Yes, but Coach Long and I have a really great relationship. We spend a lot of one-on-one time, and that's just on a normal week. On a bye week, we have a chance to reflect even more, and so I would say yes, but I think we also do a good job during the week of meeting one-on-one and really being able to hash out thoughts as far as practice and games. And here's what I like, here's what he likes, here's what he wants out of me, here's what he wants out of our offense. So I think we have a good kind of rapport in that realm.
I don't know if you can think this way during the season. I imagine you probably can, but I'd ask anyway. Just, do you ever look at what I'm doing now setting me up long term for this program? Like, do you ever think about, am I putting enough on film right now to potentially be the guy in the future, or is that not a thought that you feel like you can have that moment this season?
It's hard to really think about anything past this week. I mean, you're playing the #1 team in the country, so to try to worry about anything other than that is tough. But at the end of the day, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm the guy to lead this team. I have a lot of confidence in that. I take pride in that. We all work our tails off. Things may not always go our way, but nobody wants it more than myself and the guys in the locker room, and that's what we're all working towards. And that's what we'll continue to do.
What do you like about taking on the #1 team in the country at this point in the season after a bye, after a tough loss?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, just an incredible opportunity. I mean, you don't get to play the #1 team in the country every week. I've kind of been lucky. When I was at Mississippi State, we hosted Georgia when they were #1. Last year, we hosted Ohio State and they were #1 the next week. And this year we host Penn State and now we host Oregon. And so I've just been able to be in the fire in some really cool games, tough environments. It's like I said, it's a great opportunity, but ultimately we want to be able to put it all together and play a really good 60 minutes.
The work ethic, it's been well documented. The team talks about it, your coaches talk about it. Is it hard getting into knowing how much you put every single week, and then some of those decisions that you might have that you kind of reflect on the game? How do you kind of balance that approach?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously hard when you don't get out of yourself what you're capable of and what you want to get out of yourself. But this game and this grind is really all I've ever known. And it's really not. I don't view it as a grind. I think when you love this sport, it doesn't feel like work. I mean, there is things that are hard, but it's something that I operate the way I operate because I love the game. It's not. I don't feel like I have to come in here and prepare and do that. Like that's the part that I enjoy. I love playing. I love being at practice. I love sitting in the meeting room and hashing things out and having ideas. And so, I think it's tough to deal with failure. I mean, there's no doubt. But from a preparation standpoint, that'll always be something that I'm extremely prideful about and enjoy.
Did you do anything fun over your bye week? And was it weird at all having a second bye week in the season? Was that, or did that not really?
I think everybody would tell you it was very beneficial. I mean, I didn't do much. I mean, I got a chance to see my family, and I haven't seen my brother since before he had surgery. So cool to see him and his progress. So he's doing great, and that was about it. I kind of laid low for the most part.
I mean, first down the last couple of weeks has been kind of a boomer bust play for you guys. You knew it would make some big plays, but probably more zeros than you guys would like. Just how do you even that back out to where it was in the middle of the year, where you were pretty consistent on that down?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you obviously you want to find a way to be in that second and non-obvious scenario. And I think the better the defenses that you play, first down becomes really, really important because third and longs are really hard. And in some teams like Penn State, second and long is almost treated like its own package. If you study Penn State, they're a different team on second and long than they are on really any other down. And so, like you said, it makes first down really, really important. So I think just kind of learning from the statistics, learning from the analytics. I'm not a huge analytics guy, but I do believe in that. Like we need to be good on first down to set us up for success. And it just, being good on first down just really helps with rhythm, because you get in that second and long scenario, and then you get in the third and long. That's not a good place to be. You want to be able to keep defenses off balance, and you're taking shots, you're running the ball, you're hitting RPOs, you're hitting quicks. Like, the multiplicity we need to be able to hurt them with that.
You talk about Penn State doing that. Anything you're seeing from Oregon when you're studying the tape on them? Their defense?
Yeah, they're multiple. I think the variety kind of pops out. They do a lot. If you were to write down and list everything that they do, you'd have a pretty long list. But it comes down to kind of playing every play within its own life. That's why not a lot of the things that we do are predicated upon what the defense is in. And so that's one of the kind of the strengths of the system, and it'll be on me to kind of execute that this week and in the game on Saturday.